All right, so I'm going to talk about Yadkin Path Montessori. I like it. I like it overall. I'll tell you what I like and what I think could be done differently. So here's their website when you open it up on the desktop. But I noticed a problem right away when opening it on my phone. I realized you get a lot of your customers from the phone. On the left is what I first see when I open it up. It has all these um, options up here, and then there's a drop down for the menu bar. That's normal. That's good. But then you see the um, carousel of pictures that you would see here is not on my mobile device. I have an iPhone, and you ask you what number, I don't know. But if that helps you diagnose that. But I did notice that I scrolled down on my phone that it is at the bottom of the page. But a lot of people might look at your website right away, see that this is not here, and just go, okay, it just looks like a green page. It's probably an error on that page. I'm going to go back. Even though they could click on here and get the drop down menu, which would take them to other pages. The first impression right away is, okay, something's wrong with this page. It's not working, even though it is. Um, there's some way to fix that. I'm not even going to look at the coding. It would take me a while to fix. Other people might be able to do it in a heartbeat. Um, but that's the first thing I noticed. But your goal is to get people to sign up. So to sign up for a tour, or to visit or something like that. That's what it seems like you're really pushing for on this main page. You've got the pictures here. I think the pictures tell much more of a story than sorry, I'm just moving around, getting more comfortable. Tells much more of a story than just what a bunch of words will. So I really like this. I like seeing, especially, you've got the great outside area. I'm hoping that's by your place. I saw on the Google Maps there is some lake or something looking right there next to you. So such a great area. Taking care of the animals. Love that picture of that kid. It looks like you're really doing some Montessori work. So things look really good from what I'm seeing. I see Yadkin Path Montessori, we pledge to see your child as individuals and the children as individuals, excuse me, and amaze you with what they can do. I'm like, great, let me go sign up. So I'm like, there's nothing here to sign up for a tour. Then you have about our unschool, and you talk about that. And I'm like, okay, you sold me more. Let me sign up. There's for a tour. There's nowhere to sign up for a tour. So just even having buttons in these places or a link that's says take a tour that stands out. You want it to stand out. That will get people more interested, like more ready when they are ready to take care of signing up for the school, or signing up for a tour. That would be something that they could easily see right away. And again, you keep going, and I'm already scrolled down a lot, and now I'm just looking for the request a tour thing. I get down here, and the first thing that pops out to me is start your rewarding career here. Contact form here, I might not even see because it doesn't even say request a tour. It says it up here, but then I have to look for the contact link. So having that readily available for early on and throughout the page, it's going to sorry, I just got a weird message. It's going to help you increase people that sign up for the tour that want to come in. That's the whole reason they're looking for your website, is to have a chance and a way to come in and see it once they've already found out what you're about. All right. The login screen. Oh yeah, this threw me off the first time I clicked on it. So I clicked to login just out of curiosity. What's wrong with it? Oh, there we go. Okay. My internet's a little bit slow right now. Of course, I don't know anything about your school, so I'm probably not going to be able to sign up. I don't know. I don't know what you log in for, what the purpose of the login is, but I assume that's for parents or teachers or something. This X over here to get out of it I didn't see it right away. If you can have the menu up at the top, that may be a little bit better. I know this is a pop-up, or make the whole thing smaller so that it just doesn't make me go, where do I go from here? I was looking for the back button earlier, but I see now you've got an X there. So there we go. That was just a little side note. The blog. All right. And let me go to parent resources and blog. A blog is a great way to get a lot of people to check out your site, especially you have 3 really good articles here, but notice it is outdated. It's April 3rd, 2023. That's over a year ago. So I'm kind of like, has nothing been going on at the school that they have information to talk about? But also, Google will reward you if you update your blog more regularly, if you keep it going. So also, having local information. So for example, in your Yadkin Path Montessori blog, who are we? This one right here in the middle. You can have in here that you're located in Salisbury, North Carolina, on, I forget what street you're on Bridgeferry Road. Have that somewhere in the blog so that when Google sees this, it knows, it picks up that information a lot more clearly. More on your information in a little bit. Yeah, here's information at the bottom of the page. This goes right into that. You have things like your address. It just says address. It just says contact us. It says follow us, and it doesn't have links to these pages. So I can't click on the Facebook, doing it now, and have it open up in Facebook. So it's really confusing. If I'm looking for this stuff and I look at the bottom, a lot of people look at the bottom of the page because that's where it tends to be. But you don't list your address, you don't list a way to contact you. Under contact you, you just have your start your rewarding career here and a link to that. The logo at the bottom looks fine, it looks good there, but you probably also want it, even if it's just the bird in the circle, not the whole thing, you probably want it up here as well. That'll just help with branding and recognition. Speaking of recognition, I mentioned the favorite icon is hard to see. So that is, if you look at the top of the page, like there's Facebook, and they have a very recognizable blue circle with a white F inside. This page speed inside, which I'll get to in a minute, has kind of a speed dial on it. Google Maps has their Google pin there. This is an image thing that's I'll talk to you about in a minute, called Swoosh, and it's just a guy squishing a can. That's pretty easy to see. This is my website. You can see, yeah, I'm just opening up for free advertising. Check me out. I'm onto something.com. Kind of like, I'm onto something, but I'm onto, spelled like Montessori, something.com. I've got the owl up there that because my favorite icon. The one for you is, it looks like a very small white triangle with something inside. It's hard to tell what it is. So if you can get your logo up here, I'm pointing with my finger also, that's stupid, but where my mouse is moving around, if you could get your logo up here and then have that be your fave icon, which I know it is, because if I just pull up your fave icon here, there we go. Sorry, my internet at my apartment's slow. It is your logo. Maybe if you just have that bird and circle part of the logo, it'll stand out a lot more. And so it'd be much easier, when people have a bunch of pages open, they want to look at that and just see which one they're looking for, which page they're looking. Moving on. Okay, on all your blog posts, the title and this is your H1, this is your header for the article. They're exactly the same. This is Yadkin Path Montessori dash who are we? And then up here, the title of the page is Yadkin Path Montessori dash who are we? So Where do I go to? Okay, I can do it here. Um, I type that in, which is not something I would look for, right? Um, See if it pulls up your Facebook page. Here we go. Um, Google will often use the title that's up there at the top. Yadkin Path Montessori dash Who Are We? They'll often use that right here on the part where you click. If you have a page where the title and the header one are the same, um, then it gives Google less to really work with about what the page is about. And one easy way to fix that is just either here in the H1 or in the title, um, you know, change it. So change it to a question. Now this is already a question. Who are we? Yadkin Path Montessori. Who are we? That's already a question and the statement, not really a statement. But maybe then the title could be find out more about Yadkin Path Montessori. Um, and that'll help just give Google a little bit more variety to work with as far as knowing what the page is about, and give you a little bit more, as search things come up. Um, and again, it's good to have your local information if you're talking about your school, maybe in the title. I know Yadkin Path is Yadkin is I think it's the county or something there in North Carolina. I forget. So that automatically identifies you, but having a little bit more information in the title might change that, and then give Google more information so that people are more easily to find you that way. Images. One important thing is how quickly your page loads. And excuse us, this is in Chinese. I'll translate it to English when I'm done. But what you can do is you can take just any of your pages. I just copied just your main page. Go to pagespeed.web.dev and type it in, and it will pull up how well it loads on both the computer and cell phones. I'm going to translate this to English, which will be annoying for a second as it switches through. It takes a minute just to run that test. It gives you a lot of good advice. But page speed is important. I'm going to go back to all posts here. Right now, my internet is really, 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 really bad. Oh, wait. I didn't realize that. I clicked on all posts and it came up as posts coming soon. So just to get back to the blog, I don't know if these links work. I didn't check all of them. You might want to check that. But I'll just go back to the blog this way. You don't want that to pop up. What just happened to your blog? Was there? Okay. So I'm going to open up one of these here. One of the biggest problems people have with websites and loading times are the images. And I'm going to take this one, for example. This is, let me see. This is set to be, let's see how wide and tall it is. In your code, it's set to be 740 pixels wide and 493 pixels tall. Let's see how big it actually is. So I go up here, it's 1,110 pixels wide and 740 pixels tall. So it's way bigger. It's the actual download time. So it takes a long time to download these. So two things about that. A few things about that. If you go to swoosh.app, that's SQUOOSH.app, you can actually just take this image. You can do it from your computer to here, so you are saving it, and it will open up. Two things about it. First off, I'll resize it to what were the settings we said it was. 740 by 493. It's usually easier to take the smaller number, like 493, and automatically, if you maintain ratio, aspect ratio, if that's clicked, it's going to give the same ratio here, and it automatically dropped it down to 740, which is the number we wanted. Also down here, it's sorry, it's I was select MOZ as a JPEG, and without really reducing the quality, we brought that from 102 kilobytes over here, 0 megapixels, down 60% to 41.1 kilobytes. So this is going to load a lot faster. You didn't change the quality of the picture. It's still going to be a high picture quality. It's just set up differently and will be a lot easier to load. You can also add something in the code to load this later. So it's not right at the top. It comes up later. It loads later as you get closer to it. Then it starts to download it. So that's another thing you can do. You also want alt tags. An alt tag it's a tag you have in the code, and what it does is it tells what the picture is about. This is useful for people who are visually impaired. So maybe this alt tag might be a mother holding a baby, talking to her toddler, and then the person has an idea, and then that also helps with searches, and it helps the Google know there's a little bit more information about what your website is about or what's on your website, and that may help with searches as well. I have a few people find my website because of a Google search, image search, and it's not very often, but it does happen. Yeah, I guess that's just basic stuff that I would do. I didn't get into everything. There are things you could do with the page titles and stuff to make it better. But if I were to look at just what I would do quickly, that's something I would look at. To update your blog post more. I'll include this PDF. Just the notes I made. I did this just so it's easier and more organized, so I'm not jumping around 100 different places. So I'll include that so you can just kind of see the notes. And then if it doesn't make sense, just, of course, ask any questions. All right.